Hi, my name is Melanie Jackson. I'm a Bridgeport lifelong resident and also a member of Bridgeport Generation Now.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Bramwell. I'm also a lifelong Bridgeport resident and a member of Generation Now.
So today we're going to talk about absentee ballots. Absentee ballots, when used properly, actually serve an important role in making sure all citizens' voices are heard and their votes are counted.
Absentee ballots enfranchise people who have difficulty getting to the polls on Election Day. According to ct.gov, the following reasons are why someone votes by absentee ballot: active service in the U.S. Armed Forces, absence from town during all the hours of voting, illness, physical disability, his or her religion forbids secular activity on that day, his or her required performance of duties as a primary, referendum, or election official at a polling place other than his or her own during all the hours on that day.
If any of these 6 reasons apply to you, you might need to vote by absentee ballot. In order to do this, you must fill out an application for an absentee ballot. Absentee ballot applications are publicly available on the town clerk's page on the city website at www.bridgeportct.gov.
Once your application is received and accepted by the town clerk, your absentee ballot will be mailed to you. The town clerk mails out absentee ballots on a rolling basis, starting 3 weeks ahead of any election.
You, the voter, must complete your ballot at home and mail it back to the town clerk.
This all sounds pretty straightforward. So why are absentee ballots such a problem in Bridgeport? And why are political campaigns often involved?
When you physically go to the voting booth, your vote is meant to be private. No one is allowed to speak to you within 75 feet of the polling location or talk to you while you are voting. But with absentee voting, there are many ways for political campaigns to have an influence. Often, a member of a political campaign is the one who asks voters if they need and then offers an absentee ballot application. Often, the same member of a political campaign will offer to bring it to the town clerk on your behalf. Campaigns use this favor as a way to gain trust with the voter. The political campaign can also track when the town clerk mails you your absentee ballot because that is a public record. Once a political campaign knows that you have your absentee ballot at home, they call or come to your door to remind you to vote, oftentimes asking you to vote specifically for their candidate.
Wow, that is crazy and seems like it has a lot of influence over how people vote.
Yes, and many of these people are vulnerable. They are often elderly, mentally or physically disabled, or even in fear of losing their public housing if they don't vote the right way.
Wait, so we hear in Bridgeport all the time about people holding pizza parties for folks to fill out absentee ballot applications. When I go to the polls on Election Day, there are independent monitors watching. Who monitors this process?
No one, which is why Bridgeport has a terrible record of absentee ballot, voter fraud, and coercion. From 1988 to 2004, Bridgeport had a record of 14 voter fraud violations for fake signatures, fake people, undue influence, people who actually don't need an absentee ballot, and so on. As recently as July of this year, our Democratic Town Committee was ordered to pay a fine of $2,680 by the State Elections Enforcement Commission for paying an operative to obtain absentee ballots illegally.
That's a lot of bad behavior. Why do campaigns do it?
Voter turnout in Bridgeport is very low, especially in local elections. Abusing the absentee ballots process is an easy and controllable way to swing a district in your favor.
So what can we do? We don't want to stop absentee ballots because people legitimately need them.
We need to empower our voters, educate them, like this video, on how absentee ballots should work. We need more independent monitoring of our absentee ballot process. We need to increase voter turnout, and don't forget to vote.
And we should push for early voting by mail for all voters. This would diminish power absentee ballots and political campaigns currently have in swaying our elections.